National IMA leaders for giving us this opportunity where we, the junior doctors, the medical students, the youth of Indian Medical Association can highlight our issues in front of you. So, very warm welcome to all the national IMA leaders, the National President Sir, Honorable HSG Sir, Honorable Past HSG Sir, and everyone. And thank you, Srijit Sir, for giving us this opportunity, as well as Abul Sir for coordinating between the Youth of India and the IMA headquarters, and also I would say respected leaders, because we are the future of IMA. And if we highlight the issues of young doctors, definitely more and more youth will join with us and will carry forward the Indian Medical Association in a better way.
So thank you very much, Dr. Akshay. So a very warm good evening to all of you. This is a great and historic occasion for all of us that our esteemed National President, Dr. Sharath Agarwal, is going to address us exclusively the youth of India for the first time after he has taken over as the National President. And in fact, today it's a big meeting for all of us, because we have tried to mobilize all the important leaders from all over the country, and most of the important leaders from all the states are participating. We expect many more to join soon. And then we will be actually listening to the agenda set forth by our esteemed National President, and thereafter some of the points which we would like to present to him, and thereafter set the ball rolling for the youth activities of the Medical Association of the country. Now, Dr. Sharath Agarwal doesn't need any introduction. I know that we are all very familiar with him, and he himself is an iconic youth, and he had risen to the highest level at a very young age. And we all saw his biography and his video during his installation ceremony, and was very impressed that right from his student days, he was an activist. He was there in all the important struggles of IMA. Personally, he's a very close friend. But beyond that, he's a huge motivator. He had had a lot of institutions, everything to success. In Malayalam, we have a saying, which means that whatever he touches becomes gold. And we are, in fact, thrilled and happy that a great youth leader has taken over the reins of Indian Medical Association of the country. And the youth naturally are excited about solving at least most of the issues which the youth is facing today. Beyond that, Dr. Sharath Agarwal also had a vision that Indian Medical Association is definitely the largest and strongest organization in the country in terms of our professional membership and also our youth membership. Probably our presence in the social media is not felt very high. So Dr. Agarwal had this vision that if we all unite together and make our presence felt strongly in the social media, that itself would be create a huge momentum throughout the country. And I'm sure that Sharath sir will also brief us on his methodology on how we have to make our presence felt even stronger, especially in the social media, which is definitely a trendsetter. So on behalf of all the young leaders who have assembled here, and we are not very young, but still, and all the leaders of the MSN and JDN, and all the youth leaders of the country, it's a great honor, Sharath sir, to welcome you to address us during this moment, the historic occasion of the first youth conclave under your presidentship. We are also blessed by the presence of our Honorary Secretary General, Dr. Anil Naik, who is again a strong pillar of strength. And he is a man who has motivated many of us. And he's a very loving, very affectionate person. And we are sure that we will receive all his blessings throughout this year and next year as well. And welcome Anil Naik sir also. We are also thrilled by the presence of Dr. R.V. Ashokan, who is a stalwart of Indian Medical Association. He is probably joining us from the airport, but he had promised to speak us for a little while, and he has kept us his promise. And I can see Ashokan sir also has joined us in this meeting. And thank you, Ashokan sir, also for joining us. And Jayesh Lele sir rightfully can be called our real mentor. He had laid down the track last year, and with which our functioning has become very smooth. Welcome Lele sir also. Also, we have our Finance Secretary, and all other many important leaders from all over the country. Dr. Abul Hassan, I can see a lot of leaders here, Yashoda Madam, a lot of leaders, and it's a great and historic occasion. And now we have crossed a century. There are more than 110 participants right now who have logged in. More of them will be joining soon. This is going to be a very short meeting, and mostly we are going to listen to our esteemed president, his views, and hopefully he'll give us also some opportunity to present, and some of our representatives will, in a nutshell, present some of the issues which we are facing, and I'm very sure that under Sharad sir's leadership, we'll be able to find solutions, and that's why we call this meeting Finding Solutions. So, addressing the youth of India, we have our esteemed national president, and it's my proud privilege to request Dr. Sharad Agarwal, our respected national president, to address the youth of India. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Srijit, for this large, such an extended welcome. Rather, I welcome on behalf of Indian Medical Association to all the youth of IMA. It's proud privilege to heading this August organization, and definitely the MSN and JDN are our workforce. They are our like Sevadan. So they are the young leader, and they are the future of Indian Medical Association, and they are going to lead us in future. They will be our leader. At IMA, we understand the junior doctors issues, be it mixopathy or next or bond issue, because the mixopathy or integrative medicine is going to impact the young doctors. Because we who are at present in the leadership at IMA or the other doctors, we have lived our life, and the coming generation is going to affect by this mixopathy. The next is the another issue, and the bond issue. So we are very well aware, and time to time IMA is always there for our our young force, and I promise whenever required we will always be with our youth like a rock. We definitely want to groom them. We definitely want to have a leadership program for them, leadership workshop for them, and we are in the process to organize these kind of workshop for our young leaders, MSN and JDN, and we'll try to have this year at least 2 workshops for them. Dr. Shriji, Dr. Abu Hassan, they are, pioneer on developing their MSN and JDN. So thank you for both of you for dedication and developing these wings. The issues will definitely discuss. I just wanted from my young leaders that as they are the ambassador of Indian Medical Association, so they should behave like this, and they should think that at the younger age, they have been given this opportunity that they are with IMA, they are at IMA. Because when we were at that age, when we were the interns or the resident, that time there is no this kind of entry of younger people at this level. So thanks to our visionary, our leader, Dr. Ketan Sai sir, that he thought of that, including the young force with the IMA and making IMA more vibrant. Another thing is that we have young power, young youth with us, and they all are tech savvy. So I'll request everyone to please follow us on the YouTube channel, on the Facebook, and retweet. And as many as will follow us, it will give strength to IMA. So all the members directly, and every member can inspire at least 100 students or 100 colleagues to just, it's a hardly 1 second job to just follow the YouTube channel of IMA. So that I will request to do. Apart from developing the leadership skill, I am also concerned for their career guidance. They can take IMA, they can use IMA in a different way. They should not behave like a trade union in their medical colleges. So even the medical college people, they should take them that yes, they are the member of MSN or the JDN, and it is a constructive one, not a destructive one. So they can take advantage of the seniors in IMA for their any career guidance, for their academic guidance, or any kind of guidance in the profession. IMA is also planning to set up a one kind of portal for the job opportunity for the young doctors, for the junior doctors. So we are in the process. This is planned, and we'll try to execute it so that the national as well as the international opportunity can come through IMA to our JDN. So that is IMA is thinking on that. And with these words, I again wish you Happy New Year and Makar Sankranti, Happy Makar Sankranti, Pongal. And what next? I think we are very excited that our young youth power will do a lot of things, and lot of issues there in future we have to fight. With these words, thank you very much. I hand over this to okay.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much for that very inspiring address. In fact, that was quite motivating. Now, let me request Dr. R.V. Ashokan, sir, because since he's in the airport and I know that he has to board the flight in a few minutes. So, Ashokan, sir, if you are ready.
Srijit, can I address now?
Yes, sir, please.
Yeah. Since my charge is very low and the airport, I am in the airport, I will just conclude by saying three things to my students. One is that the current indecision among students on next is very unfortunate. Next is injustice. Please understand this. Next is injustice. IMA has stood up and said that no to next. Now IMA has not changed its position. We find the student bit confused on next, especially next two of asking the students to write an examination after the house surgeonship is unacceptable. We need to stand up. The students of the country need to stand up. You have the big organization, Indian Medical Association, with you. I don't think you should be looking at minor points. You need to stand up. You need to organize. You need to resist. And you need to take a decision today. I would exhort you to take the same decision, no to next, especially no to next two. And at least we need to achieve decoupling of NEET from next. These are the core things, and let us not be sold for peanuts. All the best to the students, all the best to the student leaders. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. Yeah, now we can see you. Yeah, thank you very much. In fact, your leadership is inspirational and so loving and affectionate. Now we are joined by our Honorary Secretary General, Dr. Anil Naik, sir, who is again a very strong activist of IMA and a very loving and very humble person. And again, thank you very much for joining us, sir, at such short notice. And we are keen to listen to you. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Srijit. Our President, Dr. Sharad Agrawal ji, past HSD, Dr. Lele, Finance Secretary, Dr. Chichi, Dr. R.V. Ashokan, all the member of JDN, Dr. Abul Hassan, Dr. Karti Prabhu, Dr. Sankul Dwivedi, Dr. Karan Juneja, Indranil, Dr. Prasansi, Sakshi, Garima ji, and Akshay Yadav ji, and all my young friends. As you know, we all are, our medical fraternity is passing through turmoil phase. Many rules, regulations, many systems like a next exam, bond policy, assault on doctors, everything coming in our way. So, as our beloved Prime Minister Narendra Modi Sahib said, that India is the world's largest youth country. We have more than 45% of youth in our country. And youth is a symbol of power. Youth is a symbol of strength. And youth is a symbol of unity. So you all are requested to increase our strength by enrolling more and more JDN and MSN students from medical colleges and junior doctors to join IMA. Means JDN and MSN both are the wings of the IMA. So more and more involvement, more and more active participation of the youth will encourage our senior leaders like President, myself, and everybody want strength from your side. So by enrolling more and more youth to join this wing, it will give more and more strength to us. As our President sir said that you should encourage the people to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, everything, and YouTube. Because the number of followers will show the strength on social media. If any program is running on and nobody is watching this or nobody is following it, it will, we are saying we are 3.5 lakh members. But when we see our Facebook likes and comments are very few, it is in hundreds. So it's so our strength is not on social media. And as you know, Bharatiya Janata Party, Congress, everything, they are hardly working in public. They are maximum working on social media. And social media is the main instrument, main weapon against any undemocratic rules. So you have to fight with any undemocratic rules which is hurting our medical fraternity. We should fight through social media. And you are the active members and more knowledge of social media in compared to us. So my personal request, because of your youth, you have to see vision, your future also, and we are fighting for your future also. Because many of us, many of senior members have completed their private practice and everything. We are fighting for our incoming generation. So you have to support us. And as you know, from in 2014, there were only 60,000 medical students passed every year. But nowadays, due to the encouragement and management by our beloved Prime Minister, more and more medical colleges have been established. So more than 1 lakh students are passing MBBS during 1 year. So, and only 5 to 10,000 students are becoming member of IMA. That is the worst thing. So I request you all the leaders, all the student leaders, or future of India or future of medical fraternity, your strength will be your colleagues. So you should encourage them. They should become member of MSN and JDN. So at least we have to reach our goal, 50,000 members per year. But nowadays, we are planning, myself, Dr. Sarath Agrawal ji and Dr. Ashokan, in coming 2 years, we have to reach up to 5 lakhs. At present, we are 3.5 lakhs. In coming years, next year, up to the end of the December 24, our strength will be more than 5 lakhs. That is our motto and that is our goal. So we request you all, each and every member should encourage our branch members and senior doctors to enroll their students or their children as a member of the IMA. That is my first and last request. And you should read the autobiography of Vivekanand, Bhagat Singh, everybody. Then you can learn something how to fight with the problem. They will boost up your mood, okay, how to fight with it. Because in this scenario, in this democracy, we have to show our strength. Democracy is a showing of the strength, what of powers. So you should encourage our member to join IMA, join JDN, join MSN. Thank you for inviting me to participate in this program, Voice of Youth. So you are the voice of our nation. So continuing my speech, I want to say last word, thank you very much. But I want to listen good words, good thoughts, and good encouraging speeches from young generation that they will show their strength by giving good oration, that we will work hard to encourage the members of our, and we will work hard to encourage followers in YouTube and everything. That is motto of my president, Dr. Saratji, and myself. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. In fact, very inspiring, just like Vivekananda. Bahut badhiya tha. And now let me request all our delegates to kindly switch on your video, because we'll have a photograph taken right now. And let me request Akshay, Shangul, Arjun to kindly, take the screenshots. Whoever is there on computers, kindly take the screenshots. Because it's a rare opportunity when we get an opportunity to take a photograph with all the big leaders in one frame. Our National President, HSD, Senior Vice President, Finance Secretary, all of them are there. So kindly, all of you, switch on your video so that the President also can see all of you, and kindly click the photograph. Now let me request our Senior Vice President and also our outgoing HSG, so who has in fact laid the pillars for both MSN and JDN, Dr. Jayesh Lele sir, to kindly address.
Yeah, thank you, Srijit. Respected National President Dr. Sharad Agrawal sir, HSD Dr. Ravi Kumar Nayak, and Shitish Bali, and entire leadership of youth, JDN, Abul Hassan, Dr. Shitish, Indranil, I can see, Akshay, I can see, Garima, Sakshi. There are so many leaders which last 2 years we have interacted many times. Juneja is there, and this is a very important meeting which you have started on a big note of this Yuva Day. And I'm sure the words our HSG and National President would take it on a still further height, and definitely our membership will be motto. And as Dr. Anil Nayak has mentioned about the social media presence, I think yes, definitely we need to work on that very systematically, and not only amongst the youth doctors or youth or our membership. I also would like to add that the social media presence should be there, that every doctors, every members, and even every students, parents, I'm sure many relatives will be there. So they all should listen to our problems. Then only there will be some positive note for our problems, that what today's doctors who are facing. Maybe mixopathy, maybe violence against the doctors, or this bond issue and all of other things that also will be discussed, and IMA will be there to definitely guide you. But we need to develop a very positive note, and all our relatives, we should make them understand. We should be ambassadors and take it to the people that yes, this is our IMA fighting for all this cause, and it is supporting the doctors continuously, and whenever the good things are there, we'll definitely go with the government. But whenever wrong things are being done to the youth, especially the medical education part, we are all attentive, and you're sure that our Desai sir and all of our past national presidents and all of the leaders would definitely guide into various issues, maybe in the NMC or state medical councils and other things. And yes, definitely we are also working on about the job opportunities. And I'm sure last year when we started, the membership has grown. We need to work on that. We have to have some another, maybe you can have the marathon meeting last year, which was held at Chennai during the JDN conclave. So I think Srijit and Abul will be the better opportunity. This year also Abul will help us out continuously. And I'm sure we'll definitely go a long way. JDN membership drive, JDN activities, and social media presence. This will be our important target. Thank you, and over to you for further questions.
Thank you. Thanks a lot, sir. Let me request our Finance Secretary Bali sir to kindly address.
Thank you so much. I would like to thank our NP sir, our HSD sir, our Senior Vice President sir, and Dr. Ashokan sir, who's there with us from the airport. It is more important for us now to listen to the young leaders whom we have. I think most important things have already been covered by everybody, so I would not like to repeat the entire thing. Most important thing at this tenure is to study first, get good marks, get post-graduation seats, and then work for IMA. During my internship time, I had never heard about IMA. I had never had a JDN which was there. So we are lucky to have now these wings which can actually work for the association. And we need to make sure that all these young guys, especially 1 lakh students who are passing off, at least 50 to 60% of them should become members of IMA. Because ultimately they are the future who's going to be sitting once we finish our tenures. With this, I would request that we would like to hear from the young leaders who are all waiting to speak to us. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. Now we'll move on to the discussion part. We'll make it very, very brief because we have time constraints. We have to finish in another 15 to 20 minutes. National President is in the midst of a lot of engagements. So please be very brief and precise. And kindly don't repeat any points. And please ensure that you type your name and your state and designation in the chat box. And Akshay, please note them down so that we have a clear attendance of who all have participated. Now, let me request Abul Hassan sir, who was the former chairman of the Junior Doctor Network and a very tall leader, and also the president-elect of IMA Tamil Nadu State, to kindly address.
Thank you, Srijit. Respected National President, SSG sir, Senior Vice President, Finance Secretary sir, our President-elect Dr. Hassan sir, good evening all of you, and all my colleagues and young leaders of IMA, JDN and MSN. At the outset, let me praise our National President, Dr. Sarath Kumar Agarwal ji, for taking a very historic step today by talking to the young medicos of our country, and also giving the strong message to the entire nation that he is much interested and also focused on developing this young force for IMA. As he rightly suggested that we have to improve our social media presence. Of course, our force, both MS and JDN are well versed with social media activities, and definitely will improve that in that front, all the IMA activities in social media. And there are some hot areas, issues like next NEET and violence against professional, and also suicide among young graduates. All these things we have to address. And never before, now the entire young medicos community is looking up to IMA to fix all the issues that are prevailing in our profession today. Like that, there are other cold areas in JDN and MSN, like entrepreneurship development, leadership development, emotional well-being. Already our president addressed that he would be soon starting job opportunities for them. Sir, I would like to suggest as our HSG and our senior vice president side, there are a huge number of people, about 1 lakh graduates coming out from about around 700 medical college. Now, in a future, near future, and also the long future, the role of young medicos in IMA will be very, very significant. The first and foremost thing I would like to say that we have to strengthen the JDN units and the MSN units in the state, and we have to form a very strong units there. In fact, every institution, every medical college should be having, should be starting MSN unit and also JDN unit, at least this by this year end. And second thing is, we have gained lots of wisdom and experience over this year that should be passed on to our youngsters in the form of books, there are 3 books I suggest that can be given to the young doctors, like, violence, how to deal with violence, the emotional well-being, and also like career guidance. All these things can be prepared in the form of a book and can be given to this. I will add value to the IMA among young members of our profession. And also I suggest that we can have kind of sports activity in MSN and JDN, kind of Premier League, which we had already started in our state. Tamil Nadu Premier League for all medical college and this will definitely pull in more number of people, to IMA activities. Slowly they will get incorporated into IMA, MSN and JDN. And finally, without taking much of time, President Sir, actually, as our HSG Sir is there. President also may join. HSG Sir is another important suggestion from my side, that the whole nation is excited today about India has taken leadership of G20. So entire 2023 will be having lots of events with regards to G20, sir. And IMA can have a meeting called Health 20. We can invite all the medical medical leaders from these 20 countries, and we can arrange a meeting most probably in the capital of India, New Delhi, where in that meeting we can focus on 3 important things which would benefit the young generation very immensely. That is job opportunities in those countries, research opportunities in those countries, and also exchange program. Since the opportunity is already knocking at the door for IMA, that this particular year, if we hold this kind of a meeting, this will definitely go a long way for the betterment of the younger generation, and will be definitely long remembered. And I am very sure that with the guidance of our national president and our national office bearers, IMA, MSN, JDN can take up a lead in this direction, and we can make it a huge success and also beneficial to the younger generation. And finally, we are already suggested that we should have a very strong force in all the states. That is very important. I re-emphasize that strong force in all the states with regards to MSN and JDN. Definitely, every goal will become a achievable one. Thank you very much for the opportunity, Doctor.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. Now we'll have a very brief presentation of 2 minutes. Please don't take more than 2 minutes. We have earmarked 3 or 4 JDN as well as MSN leaders to make the presentation. So they will give a brief presentation. But before that, let me just tell you, since our leaders from all the states have joined, a few points to note with. Point number 1, please be thorough with the bylaw of MSN and JDN, because unless you are thorough, you will not be able to conduct business in your state. So kindly, whoever who doesn't have a bylaw, please message to us and we will send it to you. So please be thorough with the bylaw of MSN and JDN. Number 2, please have your state units formed according to the MSN JDN bylaw, because soon we'll have requests for the leaders, the state leaders, addressograph from every state, and it should be kept ready with you. Number 3, please do liaise with the branches as well as the state units of IMA. And please don't work independently, and have a license with the branches as well as state units. 4, follow on social media right from today. And not only that, all of you should ensure that you get it across to your friends, and we are going to watch on which state is going to lead and which leader is going to lead in creating social media momentum. Soon we are going to have a Twitter storm where we are going to have a test dose on some of these issues, like Dr. Anil Naik sir told, and Sharad sir also told that, even Lele sir did mention, we have to make our presence felt. So the game starts today. Within another 3 days, we have to at least quadruple the presence in our social media. So that's a huge task which we have to take. And last, please prepare an agenda after discussion with the students on each of the issues which we have put forth, and the issues which we are going to discuss today, and start sensitizing, especially for next in all colleges and all the young doctor issues also in all campuses, sensitize them, get their views, because we never know from where the best view is going to come. And then soon, when we are going to have the youth meeting as suggested by the national president, we will deliberate upon them and create a huge national movement. So with these words, now let me request Dr. Shangul Dwivedi to 2 minutes of what he has to address, and thereupon call the leaders who have given their name for making their presentation. So over to you, Shangul.
Thank you, sir. It is my pleasure and honor to be present here representing JDN in this important Voice for You program created by the central leadership of IMA, our national president, Dr. Sharad Agarwal, sir, our secretary, Dr. Nayak, sir, senior vice president, Dr. Lele, sir, Kshitij Bali, sir, honorary finance secretary, our leaders, Dr. Srijit and Dr. Abul Hasan, sir, and very dear to us, the national president-elect, Dr. Ashokan, sir. Very correctly mentioned, with 1 lakh students passing each year from the MBBS, we truly are the force who should become the flag bearers of the Indian Medical Association and the voice of the young medical professionals in India. There are various issues which are pressing very hard on us, and it is time for us to wake up from the deep sleep and give a great and appropriate response to policies which affect us greatly. One such being the violence against doctor, be it Yavatmal incident or today the gunshot injuries to doctor at Bhatinda or the violence acts in Delhi. It is very painful as I speak, and it is very emotional for me that the junior doctors are being subjected to this violence. It is because we are not able to rise up to the occasion, present a policy paper, and get government on our side, which is very possible from the central IMA leadership which we have. It is just we have to formulate things. We have to present great data as how many people have been actually subjected to the state healthcare laws that are existing for violence. How many have been convicted? How many are free? How many are roaming and have been got into it? A very few. Let us press these points for benefiting ourselves in getting this policy done. Our central leadership has done in the past, but we as young forces need to very strongly respond to this appropriately also. The next exam, which is very harsh on us, there is no single exam in the entire country which requests 6 sessions for the screening process and also for the final MBBS. The next is totally absurd. It has a lot of ambiguities where it is asking people to be present for next 1, next 2, and also giving the practical exam, where next 2 is already a practical exam. How can there be 2 practical assessment exams for one thing? Another thing, bond policy. It is very harsh. We cannot be slaves. We have to strengthen ourselves. We have to encourage and motivate and mobilize all our young leaders to join IMA, to join MSN JDN, and then strongly address the issues through our voices, which will be amplified through our central leadership that we have at IMA. It is very important that we, at this point, realize our potential, realize our power, and be vocal about various issues in leading newspapers, social media handles, and that has been highlighted by our national president time and again. It is time for us, because if we speak in a closed room, 3 people listen. You speak in a college, maybe another 500 listen. But you speak on social media, there are lakhs of people who are waiting to listen to you, who are noting your concerns and responding to it. So it is very important that we rise and stand behind our central leadership, the national president of IMA, and let us be the flag bearers of IMA and not the office bearers only. So with this, I conclude my thing, and I express my thankfulness and gratitude to central leadership, Srijit sir, Abul sir, for giving me the opportunity to speak. Thank you, sir.
Dr. Karan.
A very good evening to all eminent leaders, my dear brothers and sisters, and I will express all the views which I have learned from all of you during the bond policy issue. Very first was that voice of youth should be covered in the press. There is no point that you are voicing on Zoom. It should be on Zameen. It should be on newspapers. It should be on press. It should be covered by each and every channel. It should be relayed, and you are the spokespersons. Whenever we are mentioning anything in the press, we should be very sensitive that the information is relayed in a very clear and a very precise manner and a very concrete manner, because we have a very big fight against bond policy which is coming up in PG also. And like in Haryana, a lot of our students and Maharashtra, this policy was fought up, and in Gujarat, I have seen in UP. 5 states right now, also in LLRM Meerut, I have got this information that Dr. KK Gupta sir has just issued, the DGHS over there, that if you are going to break the bond, you will be behind the bars. You need to be very strong legally. You need to have a legal cell. You need to liaison with the local politicians, local political leaders. Let me tell you, IMA leaders can help you a lot in that. The best example was in Haryana when we were in crisis. Dr. Pankaj Mutneja sir is here. You need to develop communication channels via your IMA leaders. They can definitely help you a lot in that. We have very senior leaders who can guide you legally. They have very strong perspective. Alex sir is there, Jai Kishan sir is there. I will say that these leaders are actually ideal for us. Dilip sir is there. You take a social cause. Till the time you don't take a social cause, you will not be able to connect with the masses. The movements need to be relayed to the masses. You need to take up social cause like mental health, emotional well-being. Like in UP, MSN UP, when we were there, we used to have youth talk every month. This talk should not end over here. Every month, every week, this should be like in Hospital Board of India. It used to happen every weekly. There used to be a session, and it used to be uploaded on YouTube. The viewership on YouTube can earn the Indian Medical Association lot of revenue. We have lot of vloggers who are running their own YouTube channels, but it is time now to make the Indian Medical Association stronger, to empower the youth, to empower the profession and not enslave them. We need to be very strong against this bond policy which is coming up, and you cannot be enslaved. You need to empower yourself. And it is only you and only you who can empower yourself, and you need to start giving content writing. Content writing is a very important perspective. You make short videos, we can have them uploaded on the various channels, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Our first focus should be Twitter 1 lakh plus by Doctors Day. This is, let's take a target and take a pledge today. Let's have 1 lakh plus, 1 million plus, and let's give our best. Long live IMA. Thanks a lot to all the eminent leaders. My dear brothers and sisters, Jai IMA. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you very much. Thanks, Karan. I'm sorry that there is time constraint. We have to wind up in another 5 minutes. And so please, speakers are requested to avoid addresses and just stick to the point and take only 1 minute. Over to you, Indranil.
A very good evening to one and all present over here. First of all, I want to congratulate our newly elected National President, our HSG, our Senior Vice President, our Treasurer and President-elect. I want to thank National Chairman Srijit Kumar sir for giving me this opportunity. On 5th January, we all have witnessed a horrific incident of violence against doctor in the Yavatmal district, Maharashtra. So this is the second incident in the duration of 3 months. Yes, we are demanding Central Protection Act for many years. But sir, apart from this act, we also need to demand some basic facilities like police stations near our campus, metal detectors, baggage checker in our entrance and hospital, emergency alarm system in wards, CCTV cameras, guards in main gate and casualties, and regular police patrolling. I know this is very basic thing, but very important to avoid such incidents in the future. Second point I want to highlight, second issue which I want to highlight in the meeting is the unending working hours for residents and interns. Recently, a girl from GMC Bhopal did suicide in her campus. Then Dr. Amit Nayak, who is the first year postgraduate in anesthesia department from Lucknow, did suicide. Sir, residents and interns are doing 40 hours, 60 hours duty, and their seniors are trying to glorify their overwork. They tell their juniors that we used to work 40 hours, we used to work 60 hours. And that's why you also have to do the same. Sir, we demand fixed working hour for resident and interns. And this is the only solution to stop such suicide cases in India. That's all from my side, sir. Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity.
Thank you very much, Indranil. Let me now request Dr. Raghunathan Ramanathan, who is National Joint Secretary and State Convener of Tamil Nadu, to speak on NEET PG and the Uniform Stipend Policy. Dr. Raghunathan.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. My humble greetings to all the National Office Bearers of IMA Headquarters, Dr. Srijit sir, Dr. Abul Hasan sir, and other dignitaries of IMA Headquarters, MSN and JDN. I wanted to draw the attention on the huge discrepancies in the stipend policy in various government versus private medical college. As you all are aware of the stipend given in a government college, which is like 25,000 versus in a private deemed medical colleges, where 5,000 itself is like very rare in many medical colleges. Medical internship post final year is a very crucial phase in a medical student's life. As Indranil sir pointed out, 24/7 into 360 days they are working on, but like there is an untiring effort given from the students from an intern side. But is the stipend policy same between a government and private medical college? Is a question mark. As I wanted to draw attention on the RTA application submitted in 2021 by Dr. KV Babu sir for uniform stipend policy for MBBS intern. Though the Union Ministry has given suggestions to the NMC regarding this, still this is being ignored and the regulations are not framed. IMAMS and Tamil Nadu, under guidance of our chairman, we are reporting this issue of stipend disparities and continue to demand for the uniformity in all the colleges. Even though earnest NCI introduced amendments in the year before the introduction of NMC, still after the replacement of MCA with NMC, this issue is not materialized. I hope the dignitaries are aware of the provisions in the notice issued by the Board of Governors in suspension of MCA, which stated that all the candidates who are doing their continuous internship from an institution shall be paid a stipend in par with that of the government medical colleges in that state and in par with the central institution. Yet there is no
solution. Thank you, Raghunath. I think your point is well taken. Now let me request Alisha, 1 minute for you. Alisha.
Thank you, sir.
Good evening to all the esteemed and respected leaders out here, to the National President, Honorable General Secretary, Senior Vice President, Honorable Finance Secretary, and thank you so much, Srijit sir and Abul Hasan sir and Karan sir for giving me this opportunity. I'll cut it very short. As Indranil sir said, the issue with the girl in GMC Bhopal, the suicide case, which is due to the toxicity in medical community. So for that, I think we should run a mental health helpline like the one we had for COVID, which was very successful, again under the leadership of Dr. Karan Juneja sir. And the very important issue on social media strength is we can do 3 things, that is skill building for the eminent students and young doctors. So we can have skill building workshops, like teaching on how to build social media profile content and awareness videos. And as mentioned, YouTube talk shows are very eminent these days because of lack of motivation among students. We can also have, and also for career guidance and academics, we can have a mentorship program and mentorship session where there would be one-on-one session with a junior doctor and a student that would increase interaction and also membership. So these are all the points.
Thank you very much, Alisha. Thank you very much. In fact, from today onwards, we should take it as a major point that social media presence, all of us should be following all IMA handles. We'll have a special task force for that. And within 1 week, at least it should be 10 times. The social media presence should increase to 10 times. Let me request the State President of Kerala, Dr. N. Sulfi, to kindly address.
I'll take less than 10 seconds. I just wanted to point out that, in Malayalam, we have a cholla, say that that means, the elephant doesn't know its size. So actually, I will say that the power of social media is not recognized by the people, medical students. See, around 1 lakh medical students and social media, if you're active in the social media, it's like anything, social media decides who is going to be the prime minister, who is going to become the chief minister, and so on. Everything is decided by social media. The policies are also influenced by social media, and if you can use social media in a big way, it's going to change our future. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Sulfi. Aditya Chub, 1 minute and thereafter we will be winding up. Maybe Farsana 1 minute. 2 more speakers and then we'll wind up. Aditya.
Thank you, sir, for giving this opportunity. Sir, there has been a great issue with the suicides among medical students. Recently, sir, in past month, we have seen a suicide by a girl of college BPS Kanpur. Sir, she was very stressed due to the exams and also many other factors, toxicity in colleges. Sir, there has been a helpline for mental health, but sir, there has been not follow-up among the mental health cases, which should be done. सर हम हेल्पलाइन बना देते हैं बट उसके बाद हम भूल जाते हैं उसको फॉलो अप कैसे करना है और उसको आगे बढ़ाना कैसे सर बच्चों में अवेयरनेस ही नहीं मिलता अबाउट मेंटल हेल्थ सर इस इशू पे हमें डेफिनेटली एक बड़ा स्टेप लेना पड़ेगा सर
Thank you very much. Farsana, are you there? Okay, fine. If not, Dr. Binoy, would you like to unmute and speak? You can't unmute.
Okay, could you call Dr. Mr. Atul? Atul is there. Yes, convener. Atul.
Yeah, Atul. Dr. Atul.
Yes, good evening, respected senior members. There is 2 points I would like to bring out at this point. So first of all is regarding the depression and mental health awareness. So I've conducted a study among the medical students in Kerala, approximately 1,500 students, and what we found out is that about 30% students are having moderate levels of suicide ideation, which is very, very, very frightening. That number is extremely frightening, and we need to do something. And MSN Kerala has, in association with our
Next point. Yeah, next point.
So second point is regarding social media. I would like to add that MSN Kerala has approximately 16,000 followers on Instagram as of now, which is something we are very proud of. Thank you, sir.
Kindly share all the national tweets and national messages.
Yes,
all the states, not just your state. Please, all the state leaders, make sure. So we are going to create a social media platform for the young doctors, and whatever is coming from the headquarters, kindly make sure that all of you share that into your personal profile and also into your state profile. Now, let me request Sharad sir to kindly do a debriefing or a final address if you would like to, and thereafter we'll have the vote of thanks.
Thank you very much, and it is a very fruitful meeting, and we do organize these kind of meeting on a regular interval to interact with our young force. A lot of things has been discussed, and definitely I just want to focus on few small targets so that we can fulfill that. The 2 million figure we have to keep in our mind. And you all are young, you can very well ask your friends who are not the member of MSN or JDN, or their family member. They can just subscribe the IMA YouTube channel and as well as send the friend request to the Indian Medical Association, so that all become the follower of IMA. That is a small thing I want from you, and definitely lot of plan for JDN MSN in future, and will come with them. Thank you very much. Thank you to all.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. Anil sir, you would like to say something?
No, thanks. I already saying. But
Lele sir. Thank you. So Akshay, kindly coordinate with the national headquarters and make sure that all the national media, national IMA handles are widely shared, and all of us should. So the main outcome of this meeting should be that we create the platform. And once the platform is created, then whatever messages come, we can get it across, and all these issues can actually be solved. Can I ask Dr. Parul to speak for a minute, because we have to just wind up. Parul, are you there?
Good evening. Good evening, respected National President Sir, Sharad Agrawal Sir, HSG Sir, Dr. Anil Naik Sir, Dr. Lele Sir, Dr. Srijit, Dr. Abul Hassan, and all the active members, team members of the JDN. And we are really very enthusiastic, and we need to follow whatever is discussed in today's meeting. And definitely we should work more for the digitalization of IMA, and we are a big support for that also. We have to be active, and in fact active in all the guidelines which are given by the national body. And we assure you, sir, the national team and Shrijit sir also, that all our team members will definitely work hard, and we hope to see this meeting very fruitful and very effective to be implemented in future. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I'm so sorry that many leaders had expressed their desire, but then this is just an introductory meeting. And as Sharad sir told, we'll have many more interactions. And thereafter, we'll be all of you will be able to speak. I'm so sorry that because we have some time constraints. That is why. So please kindly excuse. But whatever messages you have, kindly share it in the WhatsApp, and we'll get it across to the national office bearers. Thank you so much for joining. Now let me request Garima to kindly give the vote of thanks.
Good evening, one and all. It's my immense pleasure on.
So next time we will be more communicative, and we will having a bilateral thing, so that you can ask your queries also, and we can answer that. So with that, I think we should close now.
Thank you. Garima, one line vote of thanks.
Yes. On behalf of IMA, JDN and MSN, I would like to specially thank our NP Sharad Agarwal sir for taking out the time and motivating us. Thanks to Ashokan sir, Anil sir, Lele sir, Kshitij sir, and all the senior leaders of IMA for joining and supporting us. Special mention to Dr. Shrijit sir and Abul Hasan sir for always being there. And also this would have not been possible without the IT team. So special thanks to them, and thanks to all the JDN and MSN leaders, the speakers for the day, and all the participants. At the end, our strength all together, along with the guidance and blessings of IMA, we will make sure to make a difference and will do justice to the medical fraternity. Thank you. Good evening.
Thank you very much. Thank you, sir. Can I have your permission to close the meeting, sir?
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. The meeting is closed.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.